And OBS springs to life. Good morning, everyone. We are back for some more Mongolia campaign. Been a 2 or 3 days break from this, but I'm feeling ready to jump right back in. Last time out, Ming had a few rebels they couldn't seem to deal with, and as a result they exploded. They got internal conflicts, and nations started falling out of them like raindrops out of the sky. We put the boot into Korea some more and took some more land off them, and we burned Haisong to the ground. Oh, that was fun. We also put the boot into Tsang and wiped them off the face of the earth. But what the sticking point last time was a war with Timurids. Timmy was at war with Delhi, and that distracted them nicely, but it didn't really distract them enough. They came back and started causing us issues. Although, to be fair, it wasn't just Timmy, it was their allies which also caused us issues, because their allies were not at war with Delhi and were free to stroll up and into my lands. But we managed to take some provinces off them and some money, so, you know, that's something, I guess. We also integrated our vassals, which were the ones that I can't even remember. They were nothing, basically. They were nothing to me. But we got rid of them. Let's jump right in. Now, part of the reason my brain is failing me a little bit this morning is I came off my bicycle yesterday and broke my wrist. So I'm on a bit of painkillers. We'll see if this has any impact on my decision making and performance. I think last time the explosion of Ming was in progress, and that's where I drew it to a close because I wasn't entirely sure what I was going to do. Was I going to jump on Ming, jump on the ones that are falling out of them, or do something else entirely? And as I was getting ready for this stream this morning, I thought, you know what, I am overthinking this a bit. Get chat up here. I'm overthinking this. What would a horde do? A horde would take the land and ask questions later. So that's what is the plan. Once I make sure my stream is working okay. Yes. Excellent. So, other than the fact that I am coring at the moment, they'll take about a year to finish off. I see no good reason not to immediately jump on Yan and Jin. Particularly since they have a fort that's not terribly well garrisoned. It is paid for, so that garrison will tick up. Jump on Jin first then in that case. They already hate me, so what are you gonna do? Get there next month. Oh well, we'll get a bit more garrison, but what can you do? Perks as well. I may be slightly slower in certain actions because I'm working with a broken wrist here, but why did Kalingar want access? They're at war with a bunch of people. And my phone goes beep. But I need to keep an eye out on my phone because I'm expecting a phone call from the fracture clinic today. If I suddenly mute myself, that'll be why. Either that or I'm blowing my nose and have forgotten to unmute, as is usually the case. You go there, you go here, yes, you go there. You get over here to start getting ready to take on Yan. Not quite. Oh, I can declare war. Well. Keep the pain train rolling. Now what I want to do here. That unit in this way. Going that way. Go there. You go there. Go there. Take my mighty horses. Try and slaughter this Jin stack. It's going to Ningwu. I don't know if I can move past this fort. I cannot. Oh, fine by me. Speed down a tad and roll on. Too far away from the mill cap. And I refuse to pay you tribute, Ming. You are nothing to me anymore. Although they're probably still keeping Timurids off my back, so I'm not going to break it until they do. You're going to Hohot. Hohot, I like that name. Hohot. Now we'll see if we can kill you there. Well, not coming. But it didn't. Go after Hot. You're just gonna stand there and then go back to Ningwu, aren't you? Fine. Now I do have another stack over here. I was kind of thinking of going for Nagai, but all their allies would join in, so let's not do that right now. Let's just bring these guys back and start causing mischief. But declaring war on Yi as well. Or on everyone. The problem would be overextension. We'll need to see how these go. Actually, let's have a look at that right now. So if I were to say full annex, extension would that give me? 63. It'll come down a little bit because of raising, but that's quite a bit of overextension. Bit of overextension. Got to assume that it's going to be around about 50% even after raising, although you're going to be fun to raise. And let's have a look at Yin as well. Not quite so much in the way of overextension. Then what I need to do is punch my way down to Canton. Because I need that for formation decisions. Let's have a quick look at what we need for formation decisions. Reform the Great Yuan. So Kaifeng, Beijing, my cores up in the north there, Hohot and Ordos, and some others. Jingyang, I'm probably butchering all of this. And, oh, I don't need Canton for that. Interesting. Canton for? I need Canton for the Great Mongol Empire. But that's quite a long way away. I need... oh gosh, that is making me a little bit dizzy scrolling like that. I need all of this for that as well. So it's going to be a wee while before we get there. But we can but plan ahead. Right, you, yes, you. Get down there, please. We'll hold fire on Yue, or Yi, that's it. The Badger. I actually unpause. Pause breached. Oh, hello. Yes, may have gone about this a little bit slapdash. It's, well, you're gonna get stack wiped anyway. And so are you. Hang fire there. I have reinforcements coming in. There is no need to jump willy-nilly into this. But these guys are only mercs after all, so I'm not too concerned about them dying. Briefming, you're not looking healthy here. Oh, I thought I stopped you moving. we'll fight you anyway. Right, let's replace that merc we lost as well. Probably unnecessary, but I like having better odds. And once again, the shock phase is where we blitzkrieg them. Delicious. And you can walk straight there. That's nice. Oh, jeez. Yeah, okay, zone of control. You do that. You can get straight there though, which is great, because that stops them recruiting more. And you can get... and I'm jumping into these guys, it would seem, in the mountains. Well, I'm locked in, so what am I going to do? Well, this guy can start taking on Ningwu for a start. And then we'll need to think about getting some backup for them, possibly. Because I don't know if that's going to be a successful whatchamajigger battle. My brain is really struggling to form coherent sentences here. But we'll do what we can. Anyway. Well, I can't change the engagement now, so we might as well... Oh, in fact, could you help out here? You could. That instead. Find coherent sentences, coherent battle plans. Their general has got 5 in fire, but... bother me too much. To maneuver, I should get nothing in terms of crossing. My morale is better as well. Just wait for the shock phase. Are fabricating. Oh, jeez. Well, yes, there goes the shock phase. What was I even worried about? Manpower, probably. Wipe them, unfortunately, but beat to Yang, and then maybe we'll figure something out. Also figure out how to not get completely capped in mill. Although I think we finished off aristocratic. Actually, I don't want to pay that ahead of time penalty too much, but we've already developed our capital to a certain extent. What else is in this region? Well, do for now. Should really think about developing for colonialism. I hate tech penalties. Also, why are you just standing there desieging Ming? It's a real shame that my cores are not occupied by me separatists. It's a real shame. Fabricating on me, bless. Wipe out the rest of their... Because this is favourable terrain, shall we say. Yeah, over before I could even... it had started. We'll just to capital. This guy is ready to siege. Speaking of which, we should really drop off our cannons and the rest of you guys out of here. Guess we'll have to leave a couple of guys here. Do I need 6? Spending real manpower on this, but hey ho. All your money, please. Got a battle? New generation. Level 3 army reformer. Ooh. Ooh. Hoo, hoo, hoo. What do I want? Do I want any of it? Commandant. The organizer is force limit. Commandant, master recruiter. I assume that's manpower related. I can never remember these. One of these is morale. Oh, we'll take the commandant, I guess. 6 monthly is a bit pricey. Excuse me. Get up to Ningwu, please. And also, you should not have any more than is needed. Which is, what, 3,000? So if my good friend Chris is watching this, and I think he will because it interests him, different levels of fort need different numbers of regiments to siege it. This is what's known as a capital fort. Capital forts are special forts that you get on your capital, which are the weakest possible fort. They have a small garrison and they're relatively easy to siege down. You only need the smallest number of regiments for that, which is 3. I don't know if there's anything that can reduce that, but anyway. This is another kind of fort. This is a fort that has actually been built or was there at the start of the game, but the point is it is an actual building and you don't get it automatically. These forts need more to siege, and successively more and more the more you upgrade them. They also exert zone of control, which is why my units have to take slightly strange paths to get round the provinces over which they exert control, which are all adjoining provinces. That one's for you, Chris. The other thing that forts do, I was chatting about this in a certain well-known Gopa streamers chat room the other day, is that they give you defense. What do I mean by that? Well, if I'm sieging this this province here, and if Jin had an army and they came and attacked me, they wouldn't get attacker penalties. As you see in mountains, you get a -2 dice roll for attacker. They wouldn't get that, I would. So forts in mountains are very, very handy. They used to be very not handy because the enemy could walk on and start sieging it, and you'd have to take an attacker penalty to defend it, effectively. Whereas now you get the defender penalty, so they are quite useful. Quite a lot more useful than they used to be. And what I'm doing here is I'm cycling out real units for mercenaries. Because mercenaries, if they take attrition, it only costs money to reinforce them and not manpower. And I like to keep my manpower nice and healthy because it can go very quickly, as we've seen in this campaign and others. Quite honestly, I'm going to be taking stacks of cash when I fight Ming. I'm going to be taking smaller stacks of cash here, and I'll get some from burning places to the ground, but the real thing. The other thing that speeds up sieges, oh, I got the siege, so I can't show you it anymore, is cannons. You get, you need increasing numbers of cannons to get more benefit from them, but one cannon will speed up on its own to the minimal extent. In fact, speaking of which, why don't I just send that cannon down there to speed things up? So at the moment it's on -14%. When the cannon gets there, that should jump up to -7%. See, we also get a bonus from our leader siege pips. And should arrive there before phase. Yeah, there we go, up to -7%. Some of these mechanics are pretty obvious to people who have played the game, but to people who are just getting into Europa, it can be a bit overwhelming, as we've discussed in here before. So that's why I go for a little bit of exposition. Creating some more states that not pay so much in corruption. Yeah, huh? I looked at my own. There. Whoops. Yeah, that gives us a reasonable boost. Separatists are you? Manchurian. Oh, I might say Manchurian. The cores are nearly done. The aggressive expansion is going to be a bit painful. Nope. Our truce with Timmy is up as well, so we'll see if they want to come. Does. Again, I'm not entirely sure if Ming can coalition me while I'm still their subject. Used to have a royal marriage with them, which really decreased the aggressive expansion, but one of us died. Oh, bless. 708. Ah, well, there we go. There we go. Ming will no longer protect us. Have no truce. Oh, and we become one of the great powers, apparently. Thanks to that. Lovely. Great powers give you some diplomatic actions. You can see the great power list by looking at this, and we're number 4, apparently. That's, quite honestly, a lot higher than I was expecting. But, hey-ho. And we get our cores. Lovely. I need to have a think about what I'm going to do with Ming now. Oh, they really hate us. They really hate us. Now, Tribal Conquest gives us a nice reduction in aggressive expansion. Mandate of Heaven. Better reduction of expansion. I don't know why I wouldn't just do that. And then not take the Mandate of Heaven, because I don't think I want to become Emperor just yet. Up. Let's have to core though. Roll ourselves a general. Oh, we've already got a few generals that we're not using. Well, let's roll ourselves a general anyway. Yeah, you're better. Get rid of you. That we can get him on this siege because he's got 2 pips at siege. Having not played with Emperor of China or mandates or taking the mandate, I don't know if there's a reason not to use that Casus Belli. Take Mandate of Heaven. Well. Doesn't seem to have any disadvantages. Other Casuses will say that specific things are not available, like taking provinces or what have you. So we win. Get back out of there. Now we have 100% in both of these. hate us, but Ming already hate us. And Ming will hate us, and Jin will hate us, but Jin are not going to exist after this, so that's fine. So nobody, apart from Ming and Korea, care enough to join a coalition. Don't know what will happen when I do both of these, but... see. I suppose I could do one and then the other. Actually, so I'll probably do Jin first, since they're bigger. And that'll also let me see what the overextension actually comes down to once I raise. So we say, give us everything and all your money. April Fools. Less aggressive expansion than I was expecting. And then we start burning things to the ground. 20 is not going to cap us yet. Word unity is right at the maximum, so I can't spend it on increasing that. So let's continue to develop, I guess. Right, fine. What bothers me is this isn't even my primary culture that I'm developing here. The primary culture is down here, I believe. Bellevue as well. Non-primary cultures give you a slight malice to tax manpower and sailors. So, yeah. I would have more, but I don't really make that much money from tax, I don't think. I think it's mostly from trades. Mostly from gold, actually. That's, yes, that's not ideal. You have too much of your income from gold, you can get some bad events. I forget what the exact percentage is, but anyway, let's keep burning. Oh, lovely. I have to say, hordes are just the most fun to play. You go in, you take stuff, you burn it to the ground, you core it or give it back, and you make money and Morok points while doing so. It's just really fun. So, we are over 50% for extension. Could return this. Oh, I can't do it while at war. Okay. Gonna need it all for the achievement at some point anyway. Speaking of which, let's have a quick gander at that. Favorite achievement thumbnail. Now we're looking at the Great Khan, which is sorted under T. Ooh. Again, even scrolling that's making me dizzy. These painkillers are really doing a number on me. So, starting as Mongolia, which we did, or Great Horde. Own or have a subject own the Chinese, Russian and Persian regions. I actually still have a save as Great Horde when I did Gold Rush, so if I fail in this, I can always try from there. So I need to own this or have a non-tributary subject own it, so I might as well keep going. The other one I'm going for is Beck in Control, which is form Yuan, and be the only nation holding land in China. I see. So you just form Yuan. Well. Yo. So the overextension here will be 42%, which I think will be fine. Because my overextension is only 42%. Well. Lovely. Please give land. And let's have a look at the coalition here. Okay, so some other people are starting to take an interest. She will drop out at the end of the year. Yan and Yue won't, actually. Yue might after a couple of years. So I can just keep this rolling forward before I send this piece. Let's get the improved